So I have decided I want to review every single Scooby-Doo movie. And I wasn't really sure I was going to do this because there's a lot of categories you could go with Scooby-Doo movie-wise. You could do just the live action ones. You can do just the theatrical ones, which I guess would just be, the two live action ones and the one animated one, right? Or you could do, just the direct to video ones, and that leaves out like four other movies. And so I just decided I'm going to do all the animated ones. I will review all the live action ones, but those are going to be a separate review series that I'm going to try and do closer to when the Netflix Scooby-Doo live action series comes out, because that's just what makes sense. But every single month, you will get one review of one Scooby-Doo movie. I'm also going to do the same with Tom and Jerry, which, by the way, the difference... I thought there was like, they were close in how many movies they have. I think last I checked, there was less than 20 Tom and Jerry movies. Scooby-Doo has almost 40. So, there is just not... I was like, oh, shit. So I have this Hanna-Barbera Superstar set, which actually includes a bunch of Hanna-Barbera animated TV specials, and I'm not going to name them all here. You can look that up for yourself. But the reason I have this set for this video is because this is kind of where our story starts. So Scooby-Doo came out in the 60s. I think it was the very late 60s. I can't remember the exact date, but it ended. They had done like a Scooby-Doo spin-off show called this New Scooby-Doo Movies, which I guess I could have reviewed for this series, but it's a series, not movies. Anyways, that series kind of was one of the last things Scooby-Doo had for a while, from what I understand. And then they kind of try to bring it back with 3 TV movies as this Hanna-Barbera Superstars kind of collection is. But these movies are kind of infamous, but also kind of not well known. So this is the Red Shirt Shaggy movies. Yeah, there's kind of this infamous time in Scooby-Doo history where Shaggy had like a red shirt for like no particular reason. It was odd if you're a Scooby-Doo person. Like, you're like, what? Why does Shaggy have a red shirt? For no reason. It was weird. And then Scrappy's in these movies. I don't know if he's in all 3 of them, but he's in this first one. So that's another thing against it, right? So people don't really like these movies. The people have seen them, but most people don't really remember them because this was the late 70s and they're just not really well talked about. This one is... Man, I watched 2 movies last night. I watched Madagascar 2, and the contrast of how entertained I was watching this movie and this movie right after was just like, oh, I was so bored. I was ridiculously bored by the whole damn thing because this movie, like, I couldn't even really tell you what the plot of it is, and it's like the whole thing felt like, why is this not just like a 30-minute Scooby-Doo episode? Why is this an hour-and-a-half movie? It just felt so aggravatingly long. And the Boo Brothers, which are the ghosts, are just like knockoff, like Casper's brothers. It's like Fatso, Stinky, and I always forget the other one. I know the 2, but I always forget the other one. It's kind of like they're kind of like that, except they have different personalities. But like, I can't tell you what their personalities are because I was so bored. Because it was like, I was looking at the screen, but I was bored by it, sort of thing. And so I was just aggravatingly just done with how this movie just felt watching this movie. I was so bored and exhausted and just not a fan of this movie at all. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.